Good morning and welcome to this video, which is part of my series on writing like an academic. And the purpose of this series is helping GCSE students make that leap up to A-level style of writing or even onto the university style of writing. And the aim of today's video is to look at a process called nominalisation, which is a very fancy, complicated word for what is quite a simple but really essential change that you need to make. So essentially, nominalisation is when you turn a verb into a noun. So if we look at the examples I've got here, suggests, which is a verb, it's a process, it's an action, becomes the noun suggestion. Implies, which is again a process, becomes implication. So it might seem like quite a simple change, and I'm sure you can already think of lots of examples of how you could do this, but the reason behind it is quite a profound one. It's moving from talking about processes, actions, things which are quite concrete, to looking at abstract concepts. And that's the shift that you really need to make as you're looking at A-level English literature, but also as you're moving towards university. You have to be thinking about the concepts, the ideas behind the text, not just what happens in the text. So if we look at some worked examples here, Shakespeare suggests that, well, first of all, we find our verb, our process, our action, which is suggests, and so this would become the suggestion that, or it could be Shakespeare's suggestion. Okay, so quite straightforward, isn't it? The next one, we look for our verb, which is increasing, and so we think about what the noun for that would be, which is increase. So the increase in Desdemona's vulnerability. My third example, Macbeth realises. Where's our verb? Well, it's realises. That's our process, our action. So we're going to change that to either the realisation, or we could have Macbeth's realisation. So what I want you to do now is have a look at these other examples that I've got at the bottom of the page. I'd like you to pause the video and have a go at doing this on your own. Identify the verb and then change it into the noun form of the verb. Okay, welcome back. I'm going to go through the answers then to this task that I hope you've been doing on your own at home. So, Lady Macbeth declares. Well, we could have Lady Macbeth's declaration. Okay, declares is our verb, declaration is the noun form of that. Keats implies, well, we've looked at implies up at the top of the page. So Keats's implication. Hosseini explores, so we could have the exploration or Hosseini's exploration of. Next one, Miller's depiction of capitalism. Okay, so we've got depicts is our verb, and then it goes into depiction, which is the noun form of that. Number 5, Heaney celebrates. Where's our verb? Well, it's obviously celebrates. Heaney's the writer, he's the noun, he's the subject of the sentence. Celebrates is the verb, so Heaney's celebration. Then the next one, number 6, criticises is our verb, so Harrison's. You could have two options here, either Harrison's criticism, or what you'll see quite a lot in academic writing, critical writing, is the word critique, which just looks a little bit fancier, but it means the same thing as criticism. Then number 7, Shakespeare reveals. Well, Shakespeare's revelation. Oh, I'm spelling that one wrong. Revelation. And the final one, the realisation, or the reader's realisation. So there we go, it's quite a simple trick to make your work look more sophisticated, but as well as that, it's a simple way of starting to propel yourself to look at those key concepts, those key ideas behind the text. So thank you very much for listening, and I hope you look at the rest of the playlist as well.